All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Jodi there. I was waiting for what you were going to say. Like,
Hi.
popcorn eater, but not napper.
You're stealing all my lines.
Sorry.
And not a sponsor, but eating some popcorn, which is why she says that.
And I just woke up from a nap.
This popcorn's good because it's only 70 calories per package and 8 carbs. Again, not a sponsor, but it's pretty good stuff. Nice and salty. And we are here to check out some more Ricky Gervais. We're going to finish up his Out of England comedy special. I'm so grateful for you to watch this with us, but also for Ricky Gervais and his people to not stop us from reacting to it. Thank you so much. And if you want us to react to another one of his shows or anyone else's, I've been enjoying this. I think the audience has. Let us know. Get those comments, get those requests in this video, and I will do my best to remember to look at the comments. But are you excited for this?
So excited. I was just thinking, oh, you're right. I don't think I've gone and looked at the comments in a while either. In our defense, it's been very busy closing out the school year.
Very busy, and then things start to slow down dramatically. I mean, we're busy like everyone else, trips and this or that, but slow down dramatically. You can kind of like stop and like
breathe.
Yeah, smell
I
the
took a nap.
roses, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So anyways, you don't care about that, you care about this. If you like our reaction anyway, please don't forget to
Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be aware of our next uploaded videos.
And if you do care about it, you're so sweet. I do want to say that I'm very conscious of how low-tech and low quality our reactions are. I don't add too many graphics or anything like that. It's very straightforward. We appreciate our audience for following along, enjoying us, and coming back all the time. Because I see a lot of review channels or reaction channels, and they do a whole lot of stuff I don't know how to do. Here we stuff.
Start. I went to school with this guy, right? He was a div kid. No, he was. I talk about him on my other 2 stand-up shows. His name was David Beasley. He's the one that said, if you get captured by cannibals, when they're cooking you in the pot, they show you pornographic pictures so you get an erection and there's more meat to go round. Oh. But he told me a very funny story as well. There was a scandal in this sort of neighbourhood. A guy a few doors away from him that was older than him, an older boy, had got done for lewd behaviour. He was cottaging. He was a gay guy, and he'd gone down to this public toilet in Cemetery Junction, which is an area of Reading, and he'd gone into this cubicle, got the hole there, and he was waiting. People were coming in and out. He waited for ages, and eventually someone came in, heard rustling. Cock comes through. Ooh. He grabbed it. They can't get away then. I guess. I've never tried it. He sucked him off. What do you think he was going to do? Play London's Burning? Of course. This dental floss is big. Of course it's going to. So, you got him. He sucked him off, and when they both went outside, it was his dad.
No. There's no way.
Oh.
I hope that's not true.
All the Colgate in the world would never get rid of that, would it?
There's no way. So you finished the last video too early.
Which one of them blabbed that around town?
You did.
Hi, honey, I'm home. Good day. Yeah, I saw Toby. How was he? He was all right.
Oh my gosh.
No.
The admin block of the student union that I worked in, there was a dodgy toilet there. It was the second floor toilets, and you walked in there, and 2 blokes would go and just walk out like that. I don't know why I kept going in there, but we, as the management, decided to sort of clear it up. We put a couple of stewards on the door to try and sort of kill the scene, and we painted all the graffiti, and so it was this lovely toilet for about 1 day. Then a new group moved in, right? And I remember this bit of graffiti on this beautiful white, pristine wall, just a bit of marker pen. Someone had gone in. Think of someone going in and writing this, okay? All it said was, I fuck your wife while you watch. Interested, question mark. No. I fuck your wife while you watch. Interested. Then this telephone number. Now, I don't know if that business venture ever took off. But I would love to see him pitch that to the Dragon's Den. That would be a hell of an episode, wouldn't it? Just that weird little bald presenter fellow that lives downstairs. Can I go? Our next contestant needs £4 for marker pens. Remember, he must get the full amount. Duncan Valentine. What exactly is your business? Are you married? Aye. Does your wife enjoy sex? Aye. Do you like watching stuff? Aye.
Watching stuff.
Just to let you know where I am, I'm out. I will tell you one final thing before I go. Don't worry, it is toilet related. When I first moved in with my girlfriend, 20 odd years ago, our first flat together, it was a horrible place. It was in King's Cross, and it was a horrible area, King's Cross, a seedy road, seedy block, horrible little thing. It was a rip-off, but it's all we could afford. It was one room, just one room, but it had like a little kitchenette area. So what we decided to do, we moved the single bed sort of into there. So we had a lounge, it was like a one-bedroom flat. So at night, we're in a space this big. The bed literally just fit in. I had to scrape it down the wall to get it in, and it came over the doorway a bit, and in bed, I could open the fridge. The fridge was there, the cooker was there, and the sink was there, okay? No toilet. The toilet was a shared toilet with all the other flats in the block, and it was 2 floors down.
No, I couldn't do that.
So what wins in the middle of the night when I need a wee? Do you know what I mean? Putting on trousers and going outside, or just pop into the sink?
Yep.
That one. And I remember 20 odd years ago,
That one.
Jane in a sleepy state saying, "Oh, at least take the dishes out first." I didn't. I used to get hold of the bottom plate and lift them all up and wee straight down the plug hole. You've been fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you.
What? He's got to come back because there's like so much time left.
I guess we'll find out.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for... You don't get an encore in any other profession, do you? If a builder does a good job and he leaves, you go, "Come back." What? Come back. What? All right. Good job I left a bit. I was talking about rumour and gossip and stuff, and I don't buy into it. I read something about someone, I go, "Well, that's interesting." And I think, it might not be true.
Really
and so I
skipped it.
never pass it on. I never pass on sort of small talk and gossip. But I witnessed this.
He never passes on small talk and gossip, but that's what he's done this whole time. I heard
Maybe
this one time.
in his real life.
I'm
but
sure,
yes,
I'm
I get
sure.
what you're saying.
Never pass on sort of small talk and gossip. But I witnessed this, so I think I can share this with you. Me and my girlfriend went along to the final 6 of the X Factor last year. And it's in a studio in Wembley. And we got there and we were greeted by this bloke with a sort of headset and a clipboard. He went, "Hi, Ricky, thanks for coming. There's some other celebrities in." "Oh, for fuck's sake." I said, can I just go right at the back?" He went, "Yeah, sure." Went at the back with the other celebrities. So it was fine. We were right at the back with my girlfriend there, me was there, about a yard away, Chris Tarrant and his daughter, and in front of them, Aldo Zilli, the chef, and his wife. And they stand you up when each act comes on, and you clap, and that's it. But I don't know if Chris and Aldo had met before that evening, but they were getting on like a house on fire. They were, honestly, Aldo kept looking round, Chris was making him laugh, they were having a laugh, they were standing up, they were dancing along. Chris had his best sort of lilac jacket on, he's pushed it right up to the elbows like that. Yeah. And Ben did a Joe Cocker number, and Chris was sort of doing the actions, and Aldo was turning around and laughing. They were, oh, bless them. And it really is live, so in the ad break, nothing happens really. The judges get powdered, well, Simon does, and the warm-up man was going into the audience, keeping them amused. And on the night I was there, he probably does it every week, but he was saying, "Has anyone got any questions for the judges?" And he went, "Little girl there with her hand up. How old are you, darling?" 7. "What's your name?" "Sarah." "What's your question?" "For Simon." "Simon, why do you smoke?" "Good question." "Yes, Simon, why do you smoke?" The others going, "Why do you smoke?" And Simon went, "Smoking's good for you, dear." And they went, "Oh, God." Oh. He went, "Back in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Next ad break, he goes, "Lady there with her hand up. What's your name?" "Emma." "Where are you from?" "Essex." "What's your question?" Simon, will you marry me? And Simon went, why not? And they were, like, okay. As he was walking back, we saw Louis Walsh just tap his arm like that and show him something. And he went, what? Chris Tarrant's got a question. It was back in 3, 2, 1. And me and my girlfriend looked at each other and we thought, brilliant. Sometime before the show, Louis Walsh and Chris Tarrant have got together. Chris is going to ask a question. It's going to be a cheeky question to the judges. They're going to love it. The audience are going to love it. They're going to carry him down the street and he's going to be back. So, third ad break. He goes, Chris Tarrant in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. No, it was louder than that. I can't do 1,000 people. So he went, all right, Chris. He went, yeah. He went, this question's for Sharon Osbourne. You obviously married a very intelligent, articulate man in Aussie. That's as far as he gets. Because Sharon thinks he's going to have a go. So it goes like this. People are looking over it and goes, you obviously married a very intelligent man. Sharon puts her head up like that, looks at him and goes, fuck you, Tarrant. Everyone went, what? He went, no, listen. No wonder your wife left you.
That did?
I was like this. Kids looking at their mum. What did she called him a silly biscuit. That means a silly biscuit. Does it? No, it doesn't mean that. Don't say that word. It doesn't mean biscuit. Don't. And Louis is going, no, Sharon, don't. You go, no, fuck him. He's going, they're back and forth. And we think it must have been Louis' idea, because he was going, I'm sorry. Like that, right? And they're back and forth. He's going, what happened to church? He goes, you bang her. She was like, Old Testament God. And he was going, what's the church? He went, listen, he said, I've known your hubby for 25 years. I'm not having a bloody go. Back in 3, 2, 1. The last act comes out, everyone stands up, apart from Chris, who is like this. What happened there? I've just been mauled. I've been humiliated. I feel like putting the sleeves down. And that's the end of that show. And now it goes over to ITV2 with Ben Shepherd before the results show. And Chris is booked on that show, and he's doing his thing. His mind's probably not on it. Everyone was talking about it half time. People going, what happened there? Was he going to have a go? Did he start off wrong? Did she take him on? She said there was a history. What went on? What was it going to be? Come back out for the results show, and we're all there waiting for it. I look over, 4 empty seats. Oh, fuck. About 30 seconds to go before it went live, they all came out and sit down, okay? Everyone stands up. This time, apart from Chris Tarrant, who's still like that. And now his daughter's like that as well. First ad break, Sharon Osbourne gets the mic, and she goes, I'd like to apologise to all the mummies and kiddies in the audience for my awful, awful language. But when someone belittles a loved one, we're like lionesses, aren't we? She gets a round of applause. I look at Chris, he goes, this is bollocks. Don't tell anyone that. You've been fantastic. It's great to, as I say, be in London. I ended the regional tour with a gig at the Castle, at Edinburgh Castle, and I was really worried about that because it was 8,000 people, and people were going, oh, he shouldn't be at the Fringe, and I thought, oh, I'm going to get a real slagging when the reviews come out. But they were all great, apart from one. I got a 3-star review from Kate Copstick. She didn't think I was that great, and she should know, she's worked with the Chuckle Brothers. So it's like a dagger to the heart when a comedy icon like her slags you off, do you know what I mean? Particularly she looks so like Sid Little in drag. I was worried about these gigs, you know. I thought, oh, God, I'm coming to London. And yet the first day, the reviews were great. And one paper said, the most talked about comedian of the decade. And I thought, wow. I was flat. I thought, most talked about comedian of the decade. I was thinking, that can't be true. I was thinking, no, I'm the second most talked about comedian of the decade. If they ever find a dead bloke in my pool with a chair leg up his arse, I might... Until then, I'm happy with the number 2 slot. Not a euphemism. But I started and ended the regional tour in Scotland. The first gig I did back in January was Glasgow, and I had Glasgow so wound up about Edinburgh being the capital, I shouldn't have brought it up, that they wanted to come and storm the castle. They wanted to get in their cars and go and storm the castle, old-fashioned style, you know what I mean? Like Frankenstein's monster. Ooh, get him out, ooh. I always think of Frankenstein's monster like the 19th century equivalent of the local paedophile. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember that name and shame campaign the tabloids did a few years ago, where they showed pictures of all the paedophiles they knew, and they go, there's one near you, and people go, yeah, there's one near me, yeah. Everyone's a paedophile. There's a bloke in the park, he's the park keeper, he's a paedophile. To such an extent that in Portsmouth, an angry mob burnt down the house of a paediatrician.
Oh my gosh, idiots.
And they said, well, he had a plaque outside, huh? Do paedophiles have brass plaques made? Kiddie Fiddler established 1979. My friend said, you shouldn't start the tour in Scotland. They hate the English. I went, that's a cliche. He went, no, it's true. Also, it's true that all Scottish people are just alcoholics. I went, bollocks. Loads of them are smackheads as well now. You've been fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Scottish.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Seriously, what was the point of that final story about Chris at X Factor?
I wanted to know, like, what was he going to say, especially if he was friends with her husband and, like...
He just wanted to share the story and just thought, like, man, the guy never got his
moment.
What was he trying to say, though? 'Cause it does sound like he's about to make fun because, you know, Ozzy has that reputation.
Of being dumb and drugged up all the time.
Yeah, maybe not dumb, but drugged up for sure. And
well, not dumb, but yeah, like...
Supposedly, I heard on the radio that that Black Sabbath, his band, wants to do a final tour.
Oh, wow.
And I think they're going to do it, but I guess he can't. He's got so many health issues. I'm not sure what's going on now. Like, I don't think it's polio. He's got so many health issues that he can't stand up for too long. So he has to sit down. He's only going to do a few songs. Like, he's that kind of shape right now. He's just really struggling health-wise.
I'm shocked they want to do it. Maybe like a last hurrah?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe they see the writing on the wall. I have no idea about the whole health makeup, but I was sad to hear that he was in that kind of shape. But
yeah,
I enjoyed this, even though people don't think I did, apparently. I have no idea. I enjoyed the jokes. I enjoyed the entire show. We've never watched an entire comedy show that we've reacted to, at least. I've watched them on my own here and there, but never reacted to it. If I was to grade the entire show, I would say there was a lot of good laughs, but there was a lot of parts that were just okay for me. I don't think it's just because I don't live in England. I would give it like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10.
There were definitely some comparisons and stuff that, I was like, I don't know who this said person is or whatever. But I thought it was pretty funny. I'm still cringing about the whole dad and son in the bathroom. I don't know if I can rate this as bad as
hole in the bathroom idea. Like, really, so many people are like...
But is that just like more common in
I've
the UK?
heard of that before. I just always thought it was a joke.
Yeah, it must be more common in the UK than we realize.
No, but I've heard about it here. I've never seen one.
I've never seen one either.
I'm not looking for photos, but I've never seen one.
Like, I've never seen one, but I'm not in the men's bathroom. Every now and then, if it's a single-use bathroom and the girls' line's like crazy, then...
Especially here in the U.S. where you have so many cracks in between each door, like, it'd be hard not to be like...
You can see right in.
Did I just see what I thought I saw?
Yeah. Gross.
What would you give this show?
That's what I'm saying. That's all I can think about right now. Like, I can't
give it out of 10. Give it a number.
I don't know.
I'm going to commit to 6.8.
I'm probably going to sit around the 6s. I like a little bit more of like the interaction of and inflection. I don't know. I'm like body and voice that we see in Michael McIntyre and in Lee Evans, even in Mickey Flanagan and stuff that you don't see so much with Ricky Gervais. I still enjoyed him. Don't get me wrong. I still enjoyed him. But I think I still like some other people more.
Now, I do remember one comment when we first started reacting to this show. They said, this is not his best show. You should watch a different one. So, again, let us know in the comment section if you want us to continue with these full reactions part by part, which comedians and which shows you want to check out, and make a little list of going. Thank you so much for following along. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time.
Goodbye.